let me go to your plane, Pauline. It's a handy donation. A couple of big donors, Gina Reinhardt and the Aitken family, helping you out here. If you're going to run candidates in every seat in the country, you're going to need this. You're going to be flying around the whole country, so it's a pretty important tool. Whose idea was it? Did you suggest it or ask for it, or did someone suggest you needed one?
Chris, to tell you the truth, I don't ask anyone for anything, and I've said that. Okay, so anyway, it was seen that we used to have the Jabberoo and we travelled around that, and then they saw the benefit of actually we needed another plane. So Mrs Reinhardt was kind enough to donate it to the party so we can actually get out to rural and regional Australia. Her heart is with the Australian people, to rural and regional Australians, very much so. Remember, she was the one that flew Barnaby and I up on her plane to Julia Creek during the floods when you couldn't get up there, to visit the people up there and to talk to them. So she's got a heart of gold.
What's your take on this debate? Share your opinion in the comments below and join the conversation. Do you agree or disagree with the arguments made?
And I really appreciate this offer of the plane, which enables us to get around to those remote areas that don't see politicians and go and listen to the grassroots Australians. So I really appreciate it, and I'm very grateful and appreciative of the assistance and help, and also from Angus and Sarah Aiken, who actually have donated money to the party, and of course Ian Plimer as well, and Adam Giles. So the donations are very well accepted, and you know, people out there start saying now, "Oh, I'm buying your votes." No one buys my vote. I look at all pieces of legislation based on their merit, what I think is best for the country and for the people. No one will ever turn me with money, you know, donate it to the party, help us
I got no issue
more
with that,
people, keep on top of everything.
I got no issue with that, Pauline. I got no issue with political donations. I think they should be declared upfront and open at the time, and that's what I love about this. Donate as much as you like and just do it publicly, and so everyone knows. That's fine. You say Gina Reinhardt is big-hearted. No doubt she is, but she'll be breaking the hearts of the Liberal Party by giving you that sort of support rather than them, which brings me to the by-election in Farrer. And it looks like your man Farley is in the box seat to grab that seat from the Liberals. Do you back him in as the favourite at this stage?
Chris, it's not over till the fat lady sings, as they say, and that's on the 9th of May when the final vote is cast. And then we'll actually see how it goes. We've put up our policies. David Farley's very strong about the Murray-Darling Basin issue, with the water issue, which is farming sector communities and the growth of the area. It's been really ignored for the last 25 years under Susan Lee, and they want change. They want to have a voice out there, and that's what we're going to give them. I want to see a Royal Commission into the Murray-Darling Basin, and I think it needs it desperately.
Yeah, while you're at it, order up a Royal Commission into the Snowy Hydro 2.0. That would be useful. You might be able to rope that in. That's part of the Murray-Darling. Thanks for joining us, Paul.
This is where it gets interesting. Pauline Hanson is sitting there talking about independence, saying no one buys her vote, saying every decision she makes is based purely on what's best for the country. And in the very same breath, she's thanking major donors for funding a campaign plane to fly her across Australia. That's the contradiction. That's the moment that tells you everything. Because let's be honest here, this wasn't just a casual donation. We're talking about powerful figures like Gina Reinhardt stepping in, funding major campaign infrastructure, and Hanson wants people to believe that has zero influence, zero expectations, zero alignment. That's a very hard sell. And notice what happened in that exchange. The question wasn't even aggressive. It was simple. Who suggested the plane? Did you ask for it? And instead of a direct answer, you get a long explanation, gratitude, stories about past favors, floods, flights, everything except a clear, sharp response. That's classic political deflection. Then she doubles down, "No one buys my vote." That line gets repeated because it has to. When the optics look like that, when big money is involved, the only defense is repetition. Say it enough times and hope people believe it. But the reality is, perception matters in politics. And right now, the perception is doing the damage. And then suddenly the conversation pivots to the Murray-Darling Basin, a completely different issue. But now it makes more sense why. This is where the political strategy kicks in. Shift the focus, move from donations to a crisis, from accountability to advocacy. They want change, she says, And that's the key line, because regardless of everything else, that's the message she's trying to land. Rural communities ignored for decades, water issues unresolved, governments failing to act. This is the emotional ground she's standing on. And calling for a royal commission? That's the headline move. That's how you turn frustration into momentum. But here's the bigger picture. You can't position yourself as the voice of the people while also brushing off serious questions about who is backing you and why. You can't claim complete independence while relying on high-level financial support and expect no scrutiny. That tension doesn't go away. It builds. So what you just watched wasn't just a casual interview. It was a balancing act. Defend the donations. Maintain the image of independence. Then redirect the narrative to a national issue where public anger already exists. And the Murray-Darling Basin? That's where she's planting her flag. Drop a comment and tell me, do you think this is genuine leadership fighting for regional Australians or just smart political positioning at the perfect moment?